जगतगुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। 11 सितंबर। जो भी झूठ बोलता है उसे उसके लिए दुख भोगना पड़ेगा। सैन फ्रांसिस्को, 11 सितंबर 1968। जगतगुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की
We have got knowledge, Krishna has got knowledge. But we have got limited knowledge. Krishna has got unlimited knowledge. That is the difference. Krishna is also cognizant. He also has knowledge. Nitya Nityanam Chaitana Chaitananam. Then where is the difference between Krishna and us? Yes, there is difference. What is that? That Krishna, singular number, Nitya, Nityana. Nityanam, this is plural number. Chaitana, Chaitanana. Chaitananam, this is plural number. So there is one person, singular number, others their plural number. We jivas. Anantaya kalpate. Jivas, that is described the dimension of the jiva. I have several times explained. Kesagra satobhagasya satadha kalpitasya cha. First of all, divide the tip of the hair into 100 parts. Then take another one of the parts, 100th part. Again divide into 100 parts. That is small, less than atom, that is the magnitude of the jiva. And they are anantaya kalpate. There is no limit. There is no limit. How many living entities are there? If you search out, after passing stool, if you search out stool, you will find millions of living entities, germs. Even from the hole of your room, there is small hole. And there are ants, hundreds and thousands will come out. So similarly, within the hole, within the earth, within the air, within the fire even, there are germs and fires, worms in the fire. These aspects they do not know. They simply think, because Nitya means ever existing. So in the fire, the living entity does not die. They sterilized. Now it is sterilized. That is all nonsense. Sterilized means the body is killed. Not this. That is abortion. The body is killed. Contraction, the body is killed. But the soul is not killed. If you make some inconvenience to the soul, who has taken shelter in the womb, and you kill the body, then you will have to search out another body. This is going. Just see how much rascal civilization is going on. They are thinking they kill. This way kill, that way kill. No. It is sinful because you create inconvenience to that particular soul. You are taking shelter. Karmana devanyatrena diha upavati. By his karma, he has been given shelter to develop a body. And if you kill that body, that means you go against the order of the Supreme. Devanyatrena. Suppose you are destined to occupy some room and somebody does not allow you to enter the room. Is it not criminal? Is it criminal? Unlawful detention, unlawful. It is unlawful, even in the state. Similarly, a living entity is developing one body, and if you kill that, you become immediately criminal, punishable. And the living entity who is checked to develop the body, he is put into inconvenience. He is also sinful. He is also sinful. Therefore, it may be simply he is wandering from one womb to another, one womb to another, one womb to another. Because he committed that sinful activity, abortion. Now, the man who causes this abortion, he also being punished that he will never see the light of this world. He will simply, we have to leave one womb to another, one womb to another. Gone. So nature's punishment is like that. But these foolish people, they do not know. Nitya Nityana. So every living entity is Nitya, as Krishna is Nitya. He is singular number, we are plural. That is the difference. We are many, Krishna is one. There cannot be many Krishna, but there are many living entities. So what is the difference between this singular number? That is also stated here. Eka bahunam jo vidudhati kaman. This one singular number is supplying all the necessities of this plural number. Is it not fact? We are very much disturbed overpopulation. There is no nonsense. Krishna is quite able. If there is overpopulation, there cannot be overpopulation because there are already ananta living entities. Why do you speaking of overpopulation? It is already there. You cannot count. There is no question of it. There are already overpopulation. And they can be provided by Krishna. Eka jo bahunam vidudhati. Krishna is not limited. He is also unlimited. He can provide unlimited living entities. There is no scarcity of food. So this theory, the overpopulation, is nonsense. This is also nonsense. There cannot be overpopulation. But there is restriction by nature. Nature will restrict production of food if there are demons. Nature will not provide the demons. You will find in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto. Nature is quite prepared to supply all the food. But as soon as there are number of demons, because the whole plan is to correct. Just like the criminals are sent to the prison house for being corrected, so that they may not again commit criminals. That is the purpose of. Similarly, we are all criminals who are in this material world. The purpose is to be corrected. We wanted to imitate Krishna, to become Krishna, and therefore we violated the orders of Krishna, and that criminality means material life. Krishna bhuliya jeev bhogavan chakare pasete maya tare japotiya thare. This is Maya. This material world, Maya, this body is false, Maya. So we have to accept this body because we wanted to enjoy. So you enjoy with this body, particular body, either human body or dog's body or cat's body or demigod's body. You get as you desire, you get a material body and enjoy. This is material life. So Krishna also, although in the material life, Krishna providing all necessities of life. Duly there is seasonal changes, you get seasonal fruits, flowers, grains, and all necessities. They will still giving chance, especially to the human being, that you get all supplies, necessities. Eko jo bahunam vidudhati kaman, all necessities. But again, you revive your consciousness, Krishna consciousness. That is the plan. But if you do not revive your Krishna consciousness, if you simply enjoy the senses, then there will be restriction of supply. This is that is restriction of supply. Therefore, there will be no rain. And if there is no rain, what factory will do, you'll ask them. You can manufacture scissors and knives and buckets of plastic, but you cannot prepare rice and wheat. That is not possible, sir. That will depend on rain. So immediately rains will be restricted. Now you all chew all this kakar. What is this kakar? This stone particles. What are called them? In Hindi it is called kakar, Indian.
Pebbles?
Pebble big, small, sand. Yeah. So you can eat that. When there is no rain, that is also eatable. The peacocks they eat, the pigeons they eat. Yes. They can eat. You have seen the eating. So everything is eatable. So there is no question of overpopulation. Overpopulation is already there. Anantaya kalpate. So why do you call overpopulation? When there is already fire, why do you say there will be fire? It is already there. But the restriction, eka jo bahunam vidudati, that eka, Krishna, he orders. He does not order actually, just like not every time the police has to be ordered by the superior authority to punish the criminal. They know how to punish. You see, the nature knows how to punish these criminals. Therefore, the scientists are finding now shortage of petrol, shortage of this, shortage what to do. This is the position. Otherwise, there is no question of overpopulation. The supply is restricted. That is the problem. Because he supplies all the necessities, the supply is restricted. As we become more and more sinful and without Krishna consciousness, they will be put into difficulties, they will be dying within the home, they will be killed within the home, there will be war, there will be pestilence, there will be famine, there will be earthquake. In so many ways we have to die. Again, take what? Bhutta praliyate, this business will go. And ultimately when the whole universe is annihilated, then again we take shelter in the body of Mahavishnu and live for in that way without any body for many millions of years. Again there is creation and there again given chance, all right, take another chance. Be Krishna conscious. So this is material creation. Bhutta paliyate. As we have got this body, we have got this chance now to become Krishna conscious. And if we miss, then I do not know where I am going next life. But I am not going to die, that's a fact. That will be explained in the next one. I am not going to die. So we existed in the past, we are now existing at present, and we shall continue to exist in the future. This is the philosophy. But how we shall exist, what kind of body, either demigod's body, or dog's body, or tree's body, or fish's body, that will depend on my work. Or we go back to home, back to Godhead, Krishna, like we get the spiritual body like Krishna. Everything is possible. So it is our business to see what kind of body we shall get next life. Taktadeham punarjanma naiti mameti kaunteya. Actually, if we become Krishna conscious, then after giving up this body, we are no more going to accept any material body. Because spiritual body is already there. That is eternal. The spirit soul with spiritual body, that is never vanquished. It was existing in the past, it is existing now, and it will continue to exist in the future. Because people may say, how is that? How odd thing Krishna is speaking? That natu eva hang jatu nasang natang janati. Yes, actually, we died. Maybe we have taken birth again, but everyone dies. How is that? That we do not die. No, it is not the body. But the Krishna is speaking about the soul. Soul is ever existing. It existed in the past, it is existing now, and it will exist. Maybe different type of body. That is Krishna's instruction.
हरे कृष्ण। भगवद गीता अध्याय 3 श्लोक संख्या 29। प्रकृतेर्गुण सम्मूढ़ा सज्जन्ते गुण कर्मसु तान कृत्स्न विदो मदान कृत्स्न भिन्न विचालयेत्। माया के गुणों से मोहग्रस्त होने पर अज्ञानी पुरुष पूर्णतया भौतिक कार्यों में संलग्न रहकर उसमें आसक्त हो जाते हैं। यद्यपि उनके ये कार्य उनमें ज्ञान भाव के कारण अधम होते हैं, किंतु ज्ञानी को चाहिए कि उन्हें विचलित न करें। भगवान यहाँ भक्तों के लिए उपदेश दे रहे हैं। क्या उपदेश दे रहे हैं देखिए। और भक्त जो हैं वो भगवान के उपदेश को कैसे समझते हैं। भगवान बता रहे हैं जो अज्ञानी पुरुष हैं, जो अज्ञानी लोग हैं, वो हमेशा प्रकृति के 3 गुणों में कार्य करते हैं, भक्त नहीं है। और सतोगुण, रजोगुण, तमोगुण में कभी ऊपर कभी नीचे उनकी क्रियाएं चलते रहती हैं। इस प्रकार वे भौतिक संसार में जन्म पर्यंत वो लगे रहते हैं। हर जन्म में वो भौतिक संसार में लगे दुख को प्राप्त करते हैं। अपने परिवार को, अपने रिश्तेदारों को ही सब कुछ समझते हैं। अपने स्थान को, जन्म स्थान को महान समझते हैं, पूजते हैं। हालांकि अब तो वो भी नहीं रह गया। अब तो ये भी नहीं रह गया कि चलिए हमारे परिवार है, रिश्तेदार है, उनके साथ भी कुछ न कुछ ऊपर नीचे चल ही रहा है। और रही बात अपने जन्म स्थान ही यहाँ याद करते हैं, क्योंकि आज बिजनेस के चक्कर में, जॉब के चक्कर में, पढ़ाई के लिए सब इधर उधर जाना पड़ता है, ट्रैवलिंग करना पड़ता है। लेकिन भगवान ये बताने का मकसद है कि जो चेतना है, जो भक्त नहीं है, उसकी चेतना कैसी है? भौतिक संसार में लगी है। और जहां चेतना लगी होगी वहीं हमारा अगला जन्म भी होगा। ये जन्म भी वहीं जाएगा, अगला जन्म भी वहीं होगा। और ऐसे हम इस संसार में हर जन्म में लगे रहेंगे। तो भगवान बोलते हैं ऐसे लोगों को, जो भक्त हैं, उनको ऐसे लोगों को डिस्टर्ब नहीं करना चाहिए, विचलित नहीं करना चाहिए, छोड़ देना चाहिए। प्रभुपाद जी तात्पर्य में लिखते हैं कि भगवान जो कह रहे हैं सही है। भौतिकवादी है, संसार में लगा हुआ है, क्या फायदा? उसको आप बताने जाओगे, समझाने जाओगे, उल्टा क्रोधित हो जाएगा। चाणक्य भी बोलते हैं कि जो मूर्ख होता है, जो अज्ञानी होता है, उसको उपदेश नहीं देना चाहिए, वो क्रोधित हो जाता है। उपदेश उसके भले के लिए, लेकिन वो क्रोधित हो जाएगा। तो इसीलिए उसको उपदेश नहीं देना चाहिए। लेकिन प्रभुपाद जी यहाँ पे कह रहे हैं तात्पर्य में कि भगवान के जो भक्त होते हैं वे तो भगवान से ज्यादा दयालु है ना। भगवान से ज्यादा दयालु भक्त होते हैं, इसीलिए वे भगवान के मना करने पर भी जाके लोगों को, जो भौतिकवादी लोग हैं, जो इस अज्ञानता में, इस संसार में फंसे, उनको जाके प्रचार करते हैं कृष्ण भक्ति का, और उनको वहां से माया के जगत से बाहर निकाल के कृष्ण तक पहुंचाते हैं। तो कोई कहेगा तो ये तो फिर गलत हो गया ना, एक भक्त कृष्ण कह रहे हैं और भक्त कुछ और ही कर रहा है अपनी मनमानी। नहीं, ये हमारे आचार्य समझते हैं कि कृष्ण बोल रहे हैं, लेकिन उनका भाव क्या है। अगर कृष्ण का भाव नहीं होता अज्ञानी लोगों को वापस भक्त बना के भगवत धाम ले जाने का, तो फिर क्यों भगवत गीता बोली सबके लिए? क्यों बोलते हैं सबको भक्ति करना चाहिए? क्यों भगवान कृष्ण चैतन्य महाप्रभु के रूप में आते हैं और सबको जा जाके प्रचार करते हैं घर घर में? क्योंकि उनका हृदय का भाव हुआ है। कभी कभी हम जिससे प्रेम करते हैं, जिससे स्नेह करते हैं, उसके ऊपर गुस्सा हो जाते हैं, क्रोधित हो जाते हैं, लेकिन हृदय में भाव नहीं है वो क्रोध का, ऊपर से है। तो भगवान बोल रहे छोड़ दो अज्ञानी लोगों को, नहीं सुनते तो क्या करोगे? तो भक्त बोलता है प्रभु अब चिंता मत करिए, मैं जाके आपके बारे में समझाता हूं, उपदेश देता हूं, आपका जो दिया हुआ है, और आपका नाम सुनाता हूं, प्रसाद खिलाता हूं, वो भक्ति आएगा भक्ति में। तो भगवान इस भाव से बड़े प्रसन्न हो जाते हैं। नहीं तो फिर जो अज्ञानी लोग हैं उनको जाके आप बोलते ना छेड़ दोगे ना, तो फिर वो गुस्सा हो जाते हैं और कुछ भी बोलते हैं। इसीलिए प्रचार करना है तो थोड़ा सा हमको विश्वास होना चाहिए जो हम कर रहे हैं, नहीं तो हमारा विश्वास भी तोड़ देंगे। और दूसरा, दया होनी चाहिए कि सामने वाला व्यक्ति क्रोध भी करेगा, छोड़ देंगे। दया के भाव से प्रचार करना चाहिए और अपना विश्वास पक्का होना चाहिए भक्ति में। तब प्रचार करेंगे तो हम विचलित नहीं होंगे, उनको भक्त बनाएंगे। और वो भक्त नहीं बना कोई, नो प्रॉब्लम, हम अपना भक्ति कंटिन्यू करेंगे। लेकिन वैष्णव जो होते हैं, भगवान के भक्त जो होते हैं, वो ज्यादा दयालु होते हैं। इसीलिए उनका जिम्मेदारी है कि जा जाके, सब जगह जा जाके वे कृष्ण भक्ति का प्रचार करें। उसी से ये सारा संसार सुख में और आनंद में होगा। हरे कृष्ण।
गौर गौर निताय